Hello everyone. This is your captain speaking, and it is time for a chill live stream. Gonna be doing some older content. I think mainly Cataclysm stuff, because it's easy. Oops, my sounds are still loud. Hold on. Come on. Just be 30%, please. Nope. Not gonna work that way, huh? Is 30 just not gonna... It's just not gonna? Fine. We'll go with 35 then. Loot that. Hi, Ziegler. Let's pull these into these, into these, and then double back over here, because they shouldn't leash in here, to these. Then we'll grab them all together. I'll get stunned for a second, that's fine, and I'll just hit this button. That actually is still kind of loud, huh? Let me start looting this really quickly and I'll lower the sound again. Ooh, it likes 25. It won't let me do 30, but it'll let me do 25. So we'll go with that, I think. I'm gonna take the greens, which are green quality or uncommon, and put them over here so that I can deal with them later without having all of this garbage around them. Though, to be honest, most of the greens are probably also garbage. But hey, they're like 7 gold, 4 gold, 7... Not bad. Gold is gold. How are you doing tonight, Ziegler? Let me pull these snakes. Come on. Come on, snakes. Then I pull these. Then I pull these. And this one. This is my bank tune, so she is wearing a very silly outfit. Because she's normally just between the bank and the auction house. As you can see while my frames drop. There we go. She is wearing a BlizzCon onesie. And flip-flops, sandals, and nothing else. So she is having a fantastic day. How are you still standing here? There we go. Cool. We've activated that boss. That's how many we had to kill to activate that boss. I will catch that boss on the way back. Because now I have to go up here through the passage of lowering frames. That's not what it's actually called, but it's what it should be called. Let's wait for these ads to come up. Tired, but alright. Gonna get a hot chocolate and just chill. That sounds so tasty. How are you? I'm good! I had a bit of a long day, but that's okay. Got a lot done, so that's good. And I've got a Frappuccino and chill tunes and World of Warcraft. So that's a pretty good way to chill out in my book. I think I do need to get some back support though, because that's something I always forget. Lord Ryleth, and he's down. Give me! And see, this stuff is also kind of cheap, actually. Wait a minute, I didn't realize. It gives good money still, though. I'm gonna actually grab that pillow really quickly. I'm not going anywhere that my headset can't reach, so I don't have to take it off. But gonna get this, because my back's already kind of sore. I've been doing a lot of walking today and carrying stuff. But now it's just time to chill. And then later, might play some Overwatch with each, maybe try to do some more Capture the Flag. If he wants to. I don't know if he'll want to do Capture the Flag, just because Capture the Flag is a whole thing this year. I think it's fun, but it's also one of those, like, good in small batches kinds of deals. Okay. I have obtained back pillow. I've also obtained slippers, because I just realized how cold it is, and also that I am drinking a cold beverage, because I am a genius. Honestly, I knew that it was going to be a cold beverage. It tastes good. I really like Frappuccinos. They're just, like, comforting, you know? They're chill, and they're comforting, and they're great, and they're tasty. Okay. Here we go. So this is the Firelands. It was the final, well, not the final, but, like, it was the big raid of the well, not even that, huh? It was one of the big deal raids of Cataclysm. I raided it a lot back in the day. So, I've had a lot of experience in this place. Spent a lot of time here. That's on my druid though, because my druid is my main. I'm just on my bank ult because my bank ult is strong enough. No eggs. I've destroyed the eggs. Okay. I'm just on my bank tune because the more characters you run through a raid, the more characters you can run through a raid, the more money you get because you run it like a couple times. And I was already on my bank tune to, like, check my auctions and stuff. This is Major Dormo's Stag Helm. I hate him. As a druid player, I hate Stag Helm. He's such a jerk. He was, like, in my opinion, he was, like, always a dick, and then he's like, haha, I am evil now. And I was like, yeah, doesn't fucking surprise me, buddy. The cold is worth it for the Frappuccino. Hell yeah. And it's not too terribly cold. I think it's like... It's probably like 60 degrees outside, or maybe closer to 50. I don't know. It's above freezing. Also, here's a giant firebird. No idea how they made a firebird out of a dragon, because this was a dragon once. That's a canon fact, is this was a dragon, and now it's a bird, made of fire, and using its feathers means I can fly, so now I get to smack it in the air. Killing it as fast as possible is actually really convenient, just because, or killing her as fast as possible is really convenient, because if you can keep the buff, the flying buff, then you can, like, just get to wherever you want to, basically, in this area. So, like, I'm gonna use it to go this way. I'm not going to be able to get over there in time, but I wanted to be able to try to use it to get as close to the spider boss as possible so that I could just, like, fly over all of the ads. But I was unable— what the hell is this path? Okay, no lie, I have no idea what this path is. I rated this all the time. What the hell is this? Huh, I guess that was a thing we had to do back in the day? I don't remember it. I wonder if I could... Now, if I was a demon hunter, I could probably scale my way up there. Oh. Can I glitch through here, maybe? I really don't want to have to walk all the way around. Don't make me— okay, fine. I'll walk all the way around, Blizz. Actually, let's see if we can catch, what's his... No, it looks like his puppies are all the way over there. He's not up here? Nah. I'll catch him on the go-around. Shanox is, like, running around with his 2 dogs. Taking him for a walk, basically. So he's off somewhere. Where is he? Oh, over there? Maybe? I don't know. But yeah, I used to raid this place all the time. It was one of our core raids when I became part of my raid group, which I'm very excited my guild is starting to raid again, hopefully starting next week. And we're going to be raiding current content, so we're gonna... I don't like coming here on Not a Night Elf, because then I have to deal with my problems. I love pulling shit to this boss and then just, like, shadow melding, because it means that I lose all threat. I don't have to deal with anything anymore. But yeah, my raid group is hopefully going to be starting up again next week, and I'm excited about that, because I haven't raided in, like, an expansion at— where the hell do y'all come from? Oh, they're scaling the wall, because it's the fastest way to get to me. Understandable, honestly. But I haven't, like, raided in a long time. At least an expansion and a half. Actually, this expansion's over half over. So I guess an expansion in 3/4? No, because I stopped raiding in WoD, in, like, the middle of WoD. I haven't raided in 2 expansions. 2+. So that's like 4 years. It's been a long time. So my raid group's starting up again, and I'm excited about that. Because I've missed it. Like, spending time with my guild, it's always fun. And, like, raiding's just, like, a good time. Like, raiding is one of the things that helped me get through high school. Because, like, I was going through, like, a rough time. Stuff kind of sucked. But I had my friends, and I had raid night. So I had 2 things every week that I looked forward to, which was hanging out with Each and Tobio on the weekends, on Fridays, and then raiding on Saturdays. So... No, no worries. Like, high school was just a thing. It was a thing for a lot of people, I feel. But I always looked forward to, like, hanging out with Each and Tobio, and then, like, hanging out with my guild. And so, like, sometimes shit was tough, but I always had that, you know? So, like, WoW was really important to me because of that. Because it was one of the 2 things that helped me in high school. Kind of random question, but has there been a graphics update to WoW since it first came out? Yes! There was the model update, which updated the graphics of a lot of models, including all of the player character models. Haha, I have defeated Shanox. But yeah, they had a graphic— oh my god, the first time they when they updated the models, I remember when I saw the new Night Elf model, I cried because I was so excited. Because it's like, for years I had played that character, right? I had played my Night Elf, Mavena. And I had played her for years and years and years. And then the model update happened, and I was like, she looks exactly how I always pictured her. And it was great, and I was super happy. I even showed, like, my friends who don't play WoW. I, like, showed Tovio, and I showed each, and I was like, look! She's so pretty! And they're like, okay. I don't get it, but you're happy, and that's good. And I was like, yeah. All of this loot. This is also one of my favorite things, right? We've had a thing before where we've had to hold an orb and do something, right? So we fight through all this. We've been dealing with all of this BS for this whole, like, area with the Firelands and, like, everything we had to do in the Molten Front, because there was a whole bunch of dailies we had to do before we could come here. And we come here, and there's an orb, and we right-click it, and it says, magma swirls and eddies lazily inside the orb, but the translucent surface is solid and cool to the touch. The last time we encountered an orb, we just put our hands on it, and we had to have a brand on our hands, and once we had the brand, we could touch the orb, and we could teleport to an instance. We decided to just pick up the orb and shake it a bunch. And in picking up the orb and shaking it, we create a bridge, which we could see it from this angle. Or we could see it from this angle, which is kinda cool, I think. Come on, let me on now. Let me on the... There we go. Now I'm allowed on the bridge. And Stagholm's over there still being an ass. It's like, beg for mercy. It's like, no, I really don't think I will. I think I'm just gonna beat him up, is my plan. Witness my power. Yeah, you're on fire. That's your power. Your power is you set yourself on fire. Good job. Oh, look, you're a cat made of fire. Honestly, this was a really cool model. If you were a cat druid, you were able to actually get an item that would make it so if you had it equipped, when you turned into a cat, you were a fire cat. And that was pretty sick. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of awesome. I didn't get it because I wasn't a cat druid. I was a caster, a DPS druid. Still am. There we go. Get got. Let's see, is any of it here? No, it's a staff, I believe. And when you equipped this, not the staff, a polearm maybe? It was a something. It was a weapon. And if you had the weapon equipped, you would turn into a fire cat. And it was pretty sick. I think some cat druids, or at least back on the, when this was actually like a thriving RP realm, which was, the last time it was about Kata, because Kata was kind of when people tried coming back, and then everyone went to Wyrmrest Accord. Which, understandable, Wyrmrest is a really good server. That's actually where my roleplay characters are these days. And my raiding characters and just like casual stuff characters are all still on my home realm, Argent Dawn. Been here the whole time. My parents actually originally picked this realm because it was the smallest RP realm. And I was 13, and so my parents wanted me to not have to be around too many people. So we chose like the smallest roleplay realm because I was all about like, I want to join a roleplay realm. And they were like, okay, you're 13. And yeah. Anyway, this is Ragnaros. He's like a big deal, but we kill him here, so he's like permanently dead, I think, because we killed him in like his realm or whatever. I don't know much about the Lords of Elements. I know more about dragons, but what I do know is this is a very large enemy. Like, a very, very large enemy. And then he, like, melts, I guess? But regardless of if he melts or not, you can take his stuff. And then we win! It's great. So, that's sort of a very brief look at Molten Core. Oh, I actually got Sulfuros. The two-handed, like, fancy version. Damn, wish I could use two hands, then I could have it for transmog. Okay. Ragnaros is one spicy boy, he sure is. Let's see, where to go next? I'm gonna teleport back to Stormwind, because from Stormwind I can get to almost anywhere. Actually, I know a fun place we could go. I'd need to log over to my hunter, but I don't mind doing that at all. Let me just sell all this garbage really quickly. Actually, wait a tick. Can I use that? No, okay. I had to check the pants to see if I could turn them into actual pants instead of a token of pants. This is a real sentence and a real thing. Sell all of this garbage. Sell all of this garbage. Okay, and that was about 1,000 gold. Just over 1,000 gold, actually. That ain't bad. Let me just really quickly check the auction house, see if I can sell any of these things that I've got right here for a decent price, because if not, I'll just vendor them, save on bag space. Ooh. Yeah, I'll throw those in. Why not? It's only 5 gold, but like for something that I'm gonna get 10 silver for. Right, I can't sell that. Oh, my add-on broke it. Okay, nothing for that. Nothing for that. I'm basically checking to see if it's worthwhile to list. And honestly, I don't really list things unless they're selling for over 500 gold at this point, just because it's kind of a waste of my time. Because, like, there are these items that are that expensive, and so if I can get those and list them, then that's superior, basically. Because then you don't, it takes a bit longer to sell it, but when it does sell it, it's much more worth it. Then, like, if you're going for just money in general, you can sell the things for cheaper. It's just not always worth the time to, like, relist it and relist it like you usually have to do with greens. Because greens, no one's using these anymore. They're just getting them for transmog. And so it usually takes a while for transmog to sell. So since it takes a while for transmog to sell, you have to relist it on the auction house a bunch of times. And if you're selling something for really cheap, then by the time it sells, you might have spent more than the amount you're gonna get just listing it over and over and over again. Anything interesting here? No. Consider... Not really interested in any of these. I could snag the pants, but I don't know that I would use the pants, so... we are going to go somewhere fun. Or I think it's fun. We are going to go to the Sunwell, because I haven't done a Sunwell run in a while. And there's a chance that a legendary item could drop there that I don't have yet. Because that's still a thing I want to get someday, is like all of the legendaries that I can still get. Like once I get my paladin up, I want to do Shadowmourne runs. I wonder if I could go back now and do the legendary dagger quest for my rogue. Because I couldn't at the time because I wasn't strong enough, but I wonder if I'd be strong enough if I went back now. Stuff like that, you know? So, in order to get to the Sunwell from New Dalaran? Yeah, we're in New Dalaran. We're going to take this portal to Stormwind. We're then going to take a different portal. We're going to take 3 portals. We're going to take the portal to Stormwind. We are then going to run over here and take this portal to Shatrath. And then from here, we're going to mount up just so it's a little bit faster. And we're going to go over here and we're going to take this portal to the Isle of Quel'Danas. And then we're here. I was thinking about running the dungeon for a second, but I've already got the mount. And I'm not really too interested in the pet. So we're just gonna go straight to the raid. Great music choice, by the way. The stream feels so cozy with it. Thank you. I'm experimenting with listening to one of these, like, chill things. I think it's okay to do that. I'm more okay doing that on, like, my chill streams, you know, than on, like, my core Wednesday streams. I'd like to look into more music choices, though, for the Wednesdays. But this is the Jazz Hop Cafe. And this specific one is Jazz Hop Cafe in my bedroom is what it is titled. I tried to say called and titled at the same time. So this is the Sunwell. It was a very big deal back in Burning Crusade when it first happened. I was never around back then. I didn't start until Wrath of the Lich King. But if you go all the way back here, oh my god, I remember being so mad at my guild because my guild did like an old world raids run back in the day, and my guild leader promised he would bring me to the Sunwell. And the one day that the guild went to the Sunwell, literally the one day we never went back, was the day that I was running late from a school trip, and the school the school chaperones ended up bringing us home 6 hours late. So I found out from my mom, oh yeah, your guild ran Sunwell today. And the first thing I said in the guild chat when I got home was to my guild leader. I was like, what the fuck? And he's like, uh-oh, who told? It was great. I ran it by myself afterwards, though. I think maybe he might have taken me, but we didn't really do Sunwell that often. But now I can just solo it, so it's fine. I always find myself listening to the classic lo-fi beats to relax, study to live streams on YouTube. I really like those. I really like the jazz hop stuff, though. Like, I listen to this stuff at work all the time while I'm, like, working downstairs and stuff. Also, this is Caligos. He's a dragon and he's kind of important, so we're gonna smack him about a bit. Because he's, like, gone insane or something. He's, like, mind-controlled for a bit. Now we just have to wait. And he'll teleport us here, and now we have to kill his inner demons. And now he's not evil anymore. It's great. We've saved Caligos. I actually did a quest for him the other day. It was kind of fun. There was this whole quest I had to do where I had to help him help another dragon. It was great. It was great. We had to Caligos was like, help, I can't find Alexstrasza, and I was like, I got you. And then we went and we found her, and then this other dragon was attacking her because evil dragon doesn't like the not evil dragon. All that sort of nonsense. You know how it goes. This is an RP sequence that we cannot skip. So there's gonna be this whole thing where this dragon is like, I'm going to question this demon, and it's like, yeah, I don't think that's gonna work out for you well. And then it doesn't work out well. Unfortunately, the dragon is killed, and then resurrected as an evil bone dragon, because that was a thing for a while. For a while, dragons were being resurrected as bone dragons. That was like a whole thing in Wrath. Wow, you literally have to beat his inner demons. Yeah, it was like a whole thing, because this entire sequence is Caligos is trying to find Avena, as it said there. I believe it was Avena? Anvena. Except it because, like, Anvena was, like, the girl he had feelings for. Except it turns out she's not really a human girl. She's, like, the spirit of the Sunwell, so she's like a being of pure magic who has to like go back into the Sunwell to like purify it or something, because she's literally just magic and she's not a person. It was, I don't know, I didn't follow Burning Crusade storyline because, like I said, I did not play until Wrath, so by the time I got here that had already been completed. But anyway, this dude's a demon and he's an asshole, so we're gonna kill him. With a name like Brutalis, you kinda know what you're getting into. Ooh, that's a pet drop, so that's cool. Now, it's supposed to take you longer to kill him because he was like a very hard boss at the time. So now we just have to sit here and wait until, cause like sometime during the fight she was supposed to turn into bones, which would then set up the whole thing. But, she's not bones yet because we did it too fast, so now we just have to wait. Do I have any fun toys in the toy box that I can mess with while we wait? Oh! I can be a little tugboat. Crashing, thrashing battleship. Nyum. This is the cutest fucking thing. I want to, like, make this. Oh. I hear the gross noises happening to the dragon now. Meow. Okay, there it goes. Now she's a bone dragon. Dang, I wonder if anyone has a written compendium of WoW lore. There is! There is actually an official, it's not called an anthology. It's called the... Oh, fuck, what is it? Hold on. It's called the World of Warcraft... It's called World of Warcraft Chronicle. And at the moment, last I checked, they were up to Volume 3, and it is an official document. Or not an official document, but like an official series of books that details all of the lore. And I want it so badly. I want the whole collection. Back when I was working at my other library branch, I actually was keeping an eye on the copies of volumes 1 through 3 that we had to, like, see if it was getting close to the time that we would get rid of it. Oh, also Caligos is here. He's like, I'm gonna destroy this fire for you, and it's like, thanks. To see if we were getting close to the time that we would get rid of the books, because we, after a certain point of not being checked out, we send them along to a group that we work with that then sells them, and then after selling them gives us money back. So I was waiting for it to get to that stage where we were going to send it to them so that I could just buy them. and have them. Add them to my collection. But yeah, I don't know much about this sequence. I don't know much about Caligos. I know a little bit about Caligos. Like, I know about, like, the stuff with him involving Jaina and all that. Because he was kind of dating Jaina for a bit. But now they're, like, separated because they're, like... It's, like, a whole thing. Jaina, like, kind of went insane for a little bit, but honestly, the reason behind it was absolutely understandable. Because, like, she got, like, a really powerful explosive dropped on her, basically dropped on her head, and so she got overwhelmed with a bunch of power, and everyone around her died. So she kind of went a little bit crazy for completely understandable reasons, and he had to be one of the people to stop her from going on a murder spree. That was a whole arc in a book. It was a very good book. I believe it was called Tides of War. Yeah, that one was Tides of War. It was by Christine Golden, and I like her as a writer, which apparently is a controversial opinion in the WoW community, but I like her writing. I also really like how she writes Anduin, because Anduin's like my favorite character. Anyway, these are two demons that we're gonna fight now. And now they're both dead. That was a very quick fight, and I'm happy for that, because the main reason I have come here to the Sunwell is for the final boss. But this was like the final raid of a raid tier, and so that means that it's a very long raid. A very long raid. These gloves might sell for something. The WoW Chronicle Volume 1 has 5 stars with 1,000 reviews. Yeah, it's good. It's, like, really good, and it, like, keeps everything all together, you know, and makes it a little bit more clear, because the past has always been kind of nebulous in the terms of Azeroth and her people. So to finally have something to narrow it down... Well, okay. We had the World of Warcraft RPG, but then the World of Warcraft RPG was named non-canon, so we didn't have that, and then the only books we had were really present day, except for Knack. And I don't like Richard Knack's writings of elves. He writes humans okay, he doesn't write elves good, and he tries to almost exclusively write World of Warcraft elves, and it's kind of bad and gross and bad, and I don't like it. It's not an enjoyable experience, but they've swapped out Knack, and he doesn't really write for World of Warcraft anymore, and I think that's a good move. Also, that was an evil chandelier that turned into a void demon, so that happened. But yeah, Metzen and a bunch of other WoW writers, I believe, are the ones who wrote the Chronicle. Metzen specifically wrote most of it, I believe. Though don't quote me on that, because I don't know. Also, there's Avena. Evania, or whatever. The girl who's not a girl, she's a magic. She's like the heart of the Sunwell, or whatever. She's a real magic who thought for her entire life she was human, except she's not. Also, it's a little bit weird that the personification of the Sunwell, i.e. a place where the elves took over for forever, turned into a human? But like, I don't know. Maybe there's a reason. Oh yeah, also there's this big-ass fucking demon. He's like, hello, I'm a bastard. And it's like, cool, time to beat you up. And now Caligos has... Oh yeah, that cool animation. Go get sucked away to hell now. Okay, bye, Kil'jaeden. Have fun. And then Caligos has like this whole moment with Avena. Ah, we did not get the drop this time. That's the boss that I come through for, by the way. That boss. Because that boss can drop a legendary bow, which I was unable to get this time. But that's okay. Yeah, he has a moment because he loved her. I assume if I had actually done the quests in BC, that would have been like a really emotional sequence the first time I saw it, but I never did the quests in Burning Crusade because I hated doing the quests in Burning Crusade. Let's head back to Borealis. Okay, here we are in Borealis. This is actually a current content location. Ooh, 2 whole silver. Hooray. This is actually a current content location. I am just here because this is where my Hearthstone is set, because I've been doing current content on this tune. Oh no. I need to turn off all of my add-ons. There we go. Did that stay okay? Yeah, that stayed fine. My game freezes up every so often if I hit the, show my character menu. Because one of my add-ons is conflicting it. And I don't know what it is, and I just haven't bothered to turn any of them off. Where should we go next? Hey, Zekla, have you ever heard of a raid and you've wanted to see it before? Like, any sort of raid in World of Warcraft? I have a list, if any of them sound interesting. Like in Classic, we've got Molten Core, Blackwing Lair, and then Ahn'Qiraj. Burning Crusade's got Karazhan. Gruul's Lair, which is only one boss, it's not very interesting. Mag's Lair, which isn't very interesting. Sunwell, which we already did. We already did Sunwell today. Cataclysm, we did Firelands. That's a Firelands raid. What's a really good visually raid? What's my favorite raid? Ooh, that's a good question. What is my favorite raid? Ah, I like so many. I like Ulduar. I like Trial of the Crusader. I like Icecrown. Icecrown's really fun. It's very long, though. Fireland's pretty good. The Warlords of Draenor kind of sucked. Mists had so many good raids. Heart of Fear was good. Tears of Endless Spring was good. Throne of Thunder was good. Siege of Orgrimmar was long, but good, but long. Warlords sucked. Oh! I know. We'll go to the Emerald Nightmare. We'll go to the Emerald Nightmare. I am going to log over to my druid and we will go to the Emerald Nightmare, which is the Emerald Dream corrupted. So the Emerald Dream is like an alternate universe version of Azeroth, the planet that everyone lives on. And, oh, sorry, there's a bunch of people here. Hey, Rathian. Bye, Rathian. You nerd. Oh, wait a minute. I don't have to walk out of this. I just have to dream walk. So the Emerald Dream is like an alternate version of Azeroth where the mortal races basically never existed. So it's like still like a very natural place. This is a very good example of what it looks like in the Emerald Dream, because this is technically in the Emerald Dream. Unfortunately, Old God Corruption has managed to get into the Emerald Dream and has corrupted it some, as you can see over here and all over here, which has turned a certain part of it into the Emerald Nightmare. And so that was a Legion raid. I've already soloed it once before. But it is a very good raid. I like it a lot. It's very emotional at the end for me, the first time I did it. Ooh, there's a quest. I'll look into that later. But so we just visited the Emerald Dream for a brief moment and then came back out here in the Dream Grove, which was in Legion. I didn't play much in Legion. I wish I did, but I didn't. Each class had its own class hall, and for the druids, it was the Dream Grove and that small portion of the Emerald Dream. So we are going to go this way to get into the raid. Like, here, this is what the journal says about it. The journal says the Emerald Dream was created by the Titans as a blueprint for Azeroth itself, a verdant and perfect mirror that reflects the state of nature had it remained unspoiled by so-called civilization. For many years, the druids and keepers who are closest to nature have noticed signs of an unsettling presence stirring within the dream. Spurred on by the Legion and Nightmare Lord Xavius, that creeping corruption has now burst forth and will engulf all of Azeroth if it is not rooted out at its source. So corrupted because demons. So we have to go kill the demons. Yeah. He's returned to his roost. Not my problem. That's someone else's problem. I'm going to do a raid. I love Grove aesthetics, TBH. Yeah, they're nice. This one's not so nice, because it's all, like, corrupted and evil now. But, like, green, verdant, like, all that shit, I love that. Now we gotta go into Sheldrasil. Meow. And eventually we will actually load in. Okay, here we are. Oh, right, I can't actually mount in here, because I'm inside. So this dragon, unfortunately, has been corrupted and decayed. So we have to kill all of this decay. I don't know how well I can solo. I know that I can solo it easy, but I just don't know. Oh yeah, it's not even like hitting my shield. This is fine. I'll pull everything. But yeah, unfortunately she has been killed and she has started to decay, and so she is going to stand back up and we are going to have to kill her again, I believe. Because she is now undead. Or technically an aberration, which is different to undead. I think I killed everything, yeah. Oh, there she goes. Now she's standing up. And unfortunately, because she died and she's been corrupted, she is convinced that you are a danger. And so she still wants to protect the dream, so she has to kill you. Unfortunately, she is incorrect, and you are actually not a problem, so you have to kill her instead. Oh, that's a breath weapon. Breath weapons for dragons are easy to avoid. You just like run under them because they can only hit in front of them with their breath. And she falls down. Now we go this way. There's actually some dragons in here that we had to kill that actually made me really sad. Because there were these 4 dragons that were the dragons of the portals. I don't remember the emerald dragons of the portals, because there were 4 portals in Azeroth that would occasionally have this green dragon spawn, and it was a world boss. And it was actually my first experience with world bosses, and I thought dragons were super cool, and I was way under-geared for it, but my mom convinced her guild to bring me along because I was her kid. And she's like, you know how kids are, they just want to see the cool stuff. And so I got to see the cool stuff. And when Cataclysm happened, they actually got rid of the world bosses and put a quest in instead, where one of the 4 became uncorrupted, and you had to help her try to stop her corrupted siblings. But unfortunately, you were unable to do so, but she was able to escape. Turns out, escaping didn't work out so well for her, I guess, because she's corrupted here now, which I was very upset about. Because I was like, no, she can't be here. We helped her. We saved her back in Cataclysm. We saved her from everything. And my guild was like, yeah, about that. No. Gonna turn into a cat and dash. My mom is the best mom ever. She's really great. She helped me a lot because I really wanted to play this game, but I didn't understand, so she was always really supportive and she'd play things with me. And for a while, when I was 14, I was actually a raid leader. And so that caused a whole bunch of problems. But she was always there to, like, help me with that. She'd be like, okay, if this person's giving you trouble, I'll kick them from the raid, so you don't have to worry about doing that. Okay, we have to go through all 4 of these different chambers and kill the bosses at the end of it. Unfortunately, some of these are very important characters. Hello? Oh, there we go. This is Ursoc. Ursoc is, the bear spirit. He's actually a really big deal because he's one of the wild gods, but even here in this place of dreaming, he has been corrupted, so we have to put him down. It's very unfortunate. There's a whole bunch of stuff you're supposed to do there where, like, you kill the ads, and then you free a dude, and then you kill more ads, but I'm just gonna bypass that because I can turn invisible. I'm pretty sure back in the day I actually learned my bear form from Ursoc, or from his brother. So, this is a place that, like, for druid players who've been playing for a long time, it's a really big deal. Like, all of these characters who are here. And we have to take them out because they got corrupted and now they're evil. Why am I being focused? Oh, it's fine. It's like, I'm gonna charge at you, and I'm like, that's fine. Oh, I'm actually taking a little bit of damage. Interesting. Okay. We put him down and it's very sad. But I believe we see his spirit resting somewhere in the Emerald Dream later. So he's like dead, but... So like he's still in the dream, but he's a spirit now instead of like physically in the dream. I don't know how that works because I did not play during Legion. I wanted to, but I had a lot of stuff going on, so I did not. But we have freed Ursoc from his corruption. We can now go on to the next boss. And where the hell do I get out of here from? This way. We come back here, and it's like, hi, I want to go back. It's supposed to do a whole thing to your screen, but it's not doing that for some reason. That's fine, though. So that was a place called Grizzly Hills. This... Oh god, where is this? It's Night Elven architecture, but I don't remember where this is. Ah, it's the Emerald Dream Way. So the place that we just ran through, it's that place except corrupted. Please let me through. This is the sad part. Not Rothos. I don't know who the fuck that is. What's sad is Lethon, Yasandre, and then, as this says, Gift of Terraire, Gift of also Lethen. There's a fourth one. Maybe Rothos is him, but I don't think so, because Rothos looks so different. But yeah, we killed the other three, and then Yasandre became corrupted, and so now she's somehow created spirits before. I can actually look at what it actually is in a brief moment. Here, game, tell me what this is. Yeah, the Emerald Dream was entrusted to Ysera for safekeeping, and the mightiest of her green dragon brood were assigned to stand watch over 4 portals that connected directly to Azeroth. But even before the Cataclysm, these dragons began to show signs of corruption. Now the path to the Nightmare's core runs through the dragon's lair. Because they used to be here, and this is where they would be, and then they would go through the portals to, like, protect them. But now they're corrupted. And so the first time I did this raid and I saw this, I got very upset. Here's Terraire. I don't think we're gonna see the other one. The non-corrupted, well, technically the uncorrupted version of Yasandre exists if you do her quest chain, but I don't know if the quest chain is still up. I think you might still be able to do it, but there is actually, spoiler, but at the end of this dungeon, you can actually see the spirits of some of the characters that you had to slay through this entire raid. And you can actually see their spirits resting in the dream. So they might be dead, but their spirits are still in the dream. So they're technically still around, they just don't have physical forms anymore. A similar sort of thing actually happened to Ysera. That one fucked me up. Like, that one I cried. Because Ysera has always been the green dragon. She's been the dragon aspect of the dream. She was always Ysera. And she gets corrupted in Legion, and you have to take her out. And there's a cinematic and everything, and I cried. Because Ysera was always my favorite. Because I was a druid. I'm a druid main. Ysera was always my favorite dragon aspect. Because she was my dragon aspect. It's such a good cutscene, though. It's incredibly emotional. And it's actually also got one of the first instances, I believe. Or one of the biggest instances of the night elven goddess Elune taking action. As Ysera falls, the moon eclipses, and the magic glows around the moon and drops down from the sky in like gentle tendrils that wrap around Ysera and then pull upwards. And while her body remains on the ground, her spirit is pulled up by Elune's magic and is brought into the sky, where Ysera spreads her wings and she disappears, and a constellation of her is in her place. Even talking about it, I'm getting emotional, but it was a big deal. And so Ysera, there's a part of Ysera's spirit that is still connected to the dream, but she sort of fades in and out. But Ysera is now a constellation. She is now up in the sky with Elune, the goddess of the night elves who worked together with the green dragons. And now she's up there with Elune, and it's like a big thing. And it was a really good cutscene. I'll link it in the Discord later. Can I fight you? No, I have to go do something else first. Okay. I think I have to go kill that spider over there. But yeah, it was an emotional cutscene and I cried. I've cried at a lot of cutscenes, though, in this game. Oh my god. In Wrath of the Lich King, when we killed Arthas, I legitimately cried on and off for a week. Because, like, Arthas had been a character that I really liked at first. And then I saw him corrupt in Warcraft 3, and I got really upset because I was a child and I didn't understand. And so, like, I knew that he was evil and all that, but if they don't, what was I saying? Hold on, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, when we killed Arthas and that cutscene happened, I cried so much. It was really hard for me. Because even though I knew he was evil and I knew he had to be put down, he was a character that I had gotten attached to as a child before he turned evil. And so I kept hoping that, like, maybe he'll stop being evil, because I was a kid. He's so fucking tall. Why is the enemy tall? I'm small. Get back down here. But now I like Anduin, and Anduin's like one of my favorite characters. Is my favorite character, actually. Because he's like, what makes me worried is they keep making not like illusions, but allusions between him and Arthas, except except like Anduin's doing the good things instead of the bad things. And so the allusions they keep making makes me anxious. But I don't think they're gonna do the same thing with Anduin. I hope not, at least, because like that would be hella disappointing after how they've hyped up his character, you know? I liked the most recent cutscene though. Spoiler alert, in 5, 4, it's literally a sentence. 3, 2, 1. He punches Rathian in the face, and God, that felt good. Okay, we have one more. One more place to go. Ungoro Crater. And then we go somewhere that really affected me the first time I was in this raid. A corrupted Moonglade. And Moonglade is the city that I used to go to all the time. It was the city of the druids. It was... Before it became a Dreamwalk ability, it was Teleport Moonglade. And we would always go to Moonglade. And Moonglade is the druid place. And so... The first time I saw that, like, Moonglade was just destroyed in the Nightmare version, I was just like, what? No, you can't do that. That's illegal. You can't do that. That's illegal. I was very upset. It's a very good raid, though. I love this raid a lot, and I especially love the end of the raid. Because it's beautiful. Also, this eyeball is talking to me. We don't think about that. Sauron, is that you? No, this is an elder god, I mean an old god. An elder god, basically. Why are you taking, like, no damage? I don't actually remember how to beat this thing. Oh! Right! I think I have to beat the blood near him or something. Right? Where's... Yup, okay, I have to do this. This'll hurt the eye or whatever. He's creating a nightmare horror. Oh no. Oh, that's just straight up a dinosaur. That's not supposed to be part of this fight. It's just here. It's just trash I didn't pull earlier. Don't fear me. You're just a dinosaur. I'm not as scared of you. You're literally just a dinosaur. Okay, everything comes over here now. I hit those things. They will die. I hit these things. They explode under this eye. They damage him a lot, please. This fight is so long. Have I blown up enough of these things next to you? No? Okay. Spawn something else. Cool. Look, I'm gonna stand in the eyeball. Please explode and kill it now. No, not quite. Come on. You explode and kill it now. Yes? Yes! Now we have to climb inside the eye and kill, like, this really grotesque heart thing. The old gods are gross. Oh yeah, and I've got, like, a limited amount of time until he completes it or whatever. Still you fight, still you refuse the gift? No, I don't want your gift, you're gross. You're gross and evil. No thanks. Okay, I've killed all those 4 things, which means we get to the move to the next part, where we have to go fight a very important, demigod? Yeah, we have to go fight a very important demigod. And I'm stuck on a tree. Hero of the world, stuck on a fucking tree. I think I have to go this way. This is where I spawned. Yeah, I have to come over here. And Shadow Meld to avoid all of my problems. And I stand here. Here we go. Now I talk to Stormrage, and I'm like, hey, Malfurion, I'm ready to do the thingy. Let's yeet, my dude. Come on. There we go. And here's what Moonglade looks like now. In case you didn't know, which you don't, this is not the angle at which this road is supposed to be at. That is not the angle that Moonglade is supposed to be at. There's not supposed to be an evil dragon flying through Moonglade. And there's certainly not supposed to be that void in the middle of the lake. There Moonglade is up above me in a way it never should have been. It hurt the first time coming here, because I'm like, no, they can't have destroyed Moonglade. But they did. So now we have to beat up Cenarius. Because he's become corrupted, so... And he's a demigod, so we have to beat him up, because that's how we solve our problems in this universe for some reason. It's like, oh, someone's gone evil again. Let's beat him up. That's the solution here. Oh god. Oh, I actually took damage there. And then if you see, if we click on him, he's not actually dead. He's unconscious. So that's very good, actually. Now I open this. Ooh, an Essence of Clarity. I need that for a quest. Oh yeah, they're still having like a RP moment here. But I killed him too fast, so he's unconscious, but he's screaming. Yeah, this says it'll take 7 days. I don't actually know what would happen. What happens about that. Send me to the rift. Now we go into this exciting looking pit. This place was creepy. I hate this. I hate this as a concept. It's... I forgot they run away when you get near them. This is so good as like an intimidating sort of thing. But I hate it so much because it's so creepy. You're just stuck in this void as things just come towards you in the darkness. Can I target one of the things in front of me, please? Okay, that's not the boss yet. That's still ads. I don't remember which direction the boss comes from. Actually, after this, I'll have enough time, so I'll probably show, the other raid that does something like this. Because there's another raid that does a thing where it's like, you're out in the middle of nowhere. Nothing is coming to save you. You just have to deal with the problem yourself. Except instead of in the middle of the void, it's in, the middle of water. And while this is really atmospheric and fun, and I like it a lot, I really want to move on to the boss fight. Because the other one does it at, like, the very tail end of a boss fight. So, like... And it was unexpected, because I'd never done it on that difficulty before. It was super cool. So we're about to fight a demon. Once he eventually shows up. He's like a super powerful demon, though. Come on. There he is. He's a big ol' bastard. So, we fight him. Oh yeah, those blades happen. I don't remember what happens if I get corrupted. Oh, I have fallen asleep on the ground. See, there I am. I think I'm a ghost now. Oh yeah, because I'm a ghost, anything that happens to me is fine. See, that's literally just me. You ever just take a nap in the middle of a boss fight so that your ghost can fight the boss instead? And look at her. She looks so peaceful taking a nap. She's like, don't mind me, just gotta sleep. As you do. Aha, and now I have woken. Oh god, the trash is still here? No. And then there's supposed to be like a big visual thing there to bring you here. But here's the dream. And see? There's Terrar, and Emerus, and Lethon, and Yasandre. Their spirits are still here and together. And then we come over here. And there's Thaun and Renfarel. And we come over here, and then Cenarius. I guess it took us 7 days to defeat the other guy, is what that implies, because he's standing up and fine now. So he's gonna ramble for a bit. There's special dragons here that we can get as companion pets, which I have one. They're dream whelplings, and they're like transparent, and they're cute. If we come over here, is there something? I believe there's something over here. Or is this the wrong side? No, over here we can just still see that the dragons are okay. Well, they're dead, but their spirits are okay. But if we come over here, here's Ursoc, see? His spirit's still kicking. Ursoc's still around. He's like, thank you, you've done what no others could. So he's still here, he's still present, he's just a ghost now. And then there's her. is the flickering spirit of Ysera. Though she is up amongst the stars, a part of her still remains here, having spent so much time in the dream. And she comes back here into this cave, and if you follow her, she comes over here and she stops by this flower. This flower called Remnant of the Void. With these grasping void hands. And unfortunately, that comes back up later. There's a whole quest where we come back in here. There she is. There's a whole quest where we come back in here and we find that the flower has faded and the void has come back. So she was trying to warn us, we just couldn't understand what she was saying. Because she can't talk anymore, because she's just like a partial spirit. But this is the Emerald Dream, or at least as much as we're allowed to explore at the moment. And it's beautiful here. And like being able to finally see this place was such a big deal, because they were working on the Emerald Dream back in vanilla. It was too big of a zone, and they didn't have time. But like these green statues, they've been in the game since vanilla. They've just only been in the Emerald Dream, and since they never finished the Emerald Dream, we never really got to see them. So, like, being able to finally see these statues in person after all this time, it's pretty cool. Though we can't explore much of the dream here. But yeah. Then there's this portal here that we can go through to get back to our world of Azeroth. But I love it here. It's a good raid. It's a good raid, it's a good place. I like it a lot. Now, I said I was gonna show us a specific place. Let me make sure my raid difficulty is. Let's put it up to Mythic just in case. Because I think it might be Mythic only. I don't actually remember. Was Mythic a thing? Oh yeah, here's my farm. Because we have a farm in Mists of Pandaria. So we were able to get like this farm and we own property and like we have cats like Luna. And we have a house and a bed. And a dog. And you can pet the dog and it says your dog pushes its head under your hand. I loved Mists of Pandaria. Mists of Pandaria was a great expansion. It's honestly my favorite expansion. Now I have to remember where the Terrace of Endless Springs is. Oh. The Veiled Stair. Right. Take me to the Tavern in the Mists, please. Thank you. It seems so peaceful. It is really peaceful, and it has really nice music. I really love this game. Have I mentioned that yet today? I don't think I've mentioned it yet today, but I mentioned it before. I love this game so much. It's a good game. So I have to go up here. Also, Rathian, I think, is still in there. I don't remember. It's past him back when he was even more of a baby than he is now. There we go. Mists of Pandaria was the first expansion that I actually did most of the quests in. Because any other expansion hasn't held my attention as much. Well, every expansion except for Battle for Azeroth on the Alliance side. A lot of people say that the Alliance quests are boring and dumb and dull or whatever, but I really like them. Especially the way they handled Jaina and her depression and her trauma. Because, like, they actually handle it in a reasonable way where, like, she can't really handle it. Like, she's been trying for so long and it just, like, breaks her down. And then she ends up actually needing her mother's support. She comes and she tries to get her mother's support and kind of affection because she hasn't seen her mother in, like, since her father died. And so she comes back, and the story goes amongst her people that she was a traitor and that's why her father is dead and all this sort of stuff. And so she gets sent away by her mother and told, "You're not my child." But after the mother realizes that she was being manipulated, she goes to find her daughter, Jaina, and she goes through this, like, terrible place that her daughter has been trapped, just, like, reliving her trauma over and over and over, and she reaches out to her, and she brings her home, and, like, the way that she, like, comforts Jaina and, like, her trauma is taken seriously and all that, it's really powerful to me. And I actually kind of showed that scene to my mom to, like, try to help her understand, like, how helpful support can be when, like, you have depression and all that sort of stuff, so. I think they handled Jaina really well. A lot of people don't like this expansion. I do. I like the way they're handling Jaina. I like what's going on with Anduin. I like the information that we're finding out. I like that we're going back to all these different places and all these different expansions that we've been in. Cataclysm, we're going back to places in the Cataclysm. We're going back to Blackwing Descent, to where the Black Dragonflight's bones are. We're going back to the Halls of Origination, a dungeon back in Cataclysm. We're going back to Pandaria. Here, we're coming back here. Not this specific instance, but this continent. To, like, take care of things and, like, try to fix more corruption. And it's just so cool. I could have done without the whole war campaign thing. Just because the war campaign was kind of dull, honestly. But all the rest of the stuff has been cool. Ooh, we got a companion pet drop. Okay. This is the big evil that is gonna take us out into open water and make us fight him in the middle of the fucking ocean. This is the Shah of Fear, so it's fear personified. And so the whole thing about this instance was we had to kill our fear. We had to no longer be afraid. We had to physically destroy our fear so that we could keep pushing forward. Mists of Pandaria was such a good fucking expansion. You had to fight your anger, you had to fight your pride, you had to fight your fear. It was all about that shit, and it was so good. No, he didn't take us out into open water because I killed him too fast. Fuck. God damn it. Ugh, I could swap to another tune and try it again and just kill him slower. When you conquer your fears too fast to be afraid. Whoops. But yeah, we run faster now in this instance and we're kind of glowing. And it's because we get a buff called Fearless. You have conquered your fears. You know what? The ocean is terrifying, so I'm fine with this. Yeah, it freaked me out. Open water freaks me out. And you're just standing on top of the water. I was running it with a friend, and we were like just doing it for fun, and then suddenly I'm on the ocean, and I'm like, what is happening to me? It was scary. I wonder if the personification of anger is up at the minute. We could go see. Let's go see if Shanger is up. Just gotta fly through this cave real quick. Oh yeah, we called him Shanger back in the day, because Shah of Anger, Shanger. People shorten things as much as possible in MMOs. Like, Upper Blackrock Spire was upper, Lower Blackrock Spire was lower. Let's see if Mr. Angry Shaw Man is here. Tarsha. Target. Shaw. Nah. There's been a lot of movement in Pandaria recently due to the stuff that's happening in the, Veil of Eternal Blossoms. Which for a while was the Veil of Eternal Sorrow, because we had failed in protecting it. Like, we straight up fucked up and lost. So it was a bad place. But it's recovered now. Except, it's recovered. Except for the fact that there's an old god attacking it right now. But other than that, it's healed again. And I assume once this expansion is done, it'll be fully healed again. I hope, at least. We can kind of see it purified from here. And now it's corrupted. Actually, I think it's just corrupted because the raid is here at the minute. Because this instance over here, this whole statue thing is a raid. And I guess it swaps every week what instance it's in? Or not what instance, what zone it's in. So half the time it's here in the Vale, and half the time it's at Uldum. But it's a beautiful place when it's not corrupted. I remember when it corrupted, because that was the one... Mists of Pandaria was the one expansion I was, like, up to date. I did everything I could. I have the cloak. This cloak that you can see me wearing right now is the legendary cloak that we got back in Mists of Pandaria. I mean, it's transmog to be it, because we have a new legendary cloak this time. Rathian is back, and we have another cloak to get, but I've transmogged this to be the old one. I did all of the quests, like, all of the quests with Rathian. Watched him grow as a person, and then he did something stupid because he's a child, and children do dumb things when they think they know the world. It's like he was a teenager, and he's like, I know how the world works, and everyone was like, no you don't. You're a child. And he's like, how dare you? I'm gonna throw a fit. Which, understandable, honestly. I remember being a teenager as well. I remember the same feeling, but... yeah, so when this place isn't dark and gloomy, it's actually really beautiful. I might get some screenshots later, because it's a really pretty place. And over here, over here is the Seed of Knowledge. And so, like, this is Lord Walker Cho. And if we talk to him... Oh, I guess at the moment he won't tell us any stories because the everything outside. But he used to tell us stories. Actually, maybe he... I'm gonna try talking to this dragon outside. Well, no, because we're not gonna listen to any of the stories, but he tells the story of your entire adventure in Pandaria if you did the Pandaria stuff. He straight up tells you your story. Like, your history, the way that they will speak of you in the history books. And it's kind of amazing, honestly. Miss Pandaria was one of my favorite experiences. It was just really good. Let me sell all of that. Pair my gear. I loved Pandaria so much. And like, look, they added archaeology in here. And so the artifacts that you found would be here and you can look at them and see what they are. So like, this is a Kaipari sap container, and it's like, this container, though amber in color, is actually made from kunchong secretions. This is true for many of the more mundane pieces of manted furniture. This specimen was donated by me. I made it. And this is remains of a paragon. Apparently the amber preservation process is not without risk. Only the head of this paragon remains. It appears to predate the Pandaran Revolution, although pinning down the precise era is impossible. And then we come over here. And it's like, inert sound beacon. The technology behind manted sound beacons is incomprehensible for non-manted races. They seem to rely on manted physiology. This ancient beacon, while intact, is completely inert without manted to interact with it. Or like, Mandible's Rebellion, and the ancient sap feeder, and all of this stuff that you dug up on your travels isn't, like, while going around Pandaria, you just found these pieces and you were able to make these archaeology things. I don't know. I just really like this game. But, I know I have 20 minutes left, but I can't think of anything else to do. So I might just call it here this week. Next week I'll figure out something else to play, maybe. Maybe something that isn't WoW. Maybe I'll try some Heroes of the Storm or something, because I love playing Anduin in that game. I remember being totally blown away at my short time in Pandaria with the WoW trial. It was awesome. I loved Pandaria. Legitimately, Pandaria is my favorite WoW expansion. I felt like everything it did right. Like, the raids were good. The legendary quest was good. It made you feel like you were accomplishing something. The Timeless Isle was good. Having your own farm was great. Miss Pandaria was the perfect expansion. It was a great time. No problem, thank you for streaming. You are welcome! I love streaming. It's fun and I enjoy it so much. I'll be back at it again next Wednesday, as I always am. And I will link in the Discord the Ysera in the video channel, I will link the Ysera cutscene, because that was such a good cutscene. So, yeah. Thank you so much for watching. This has been your captain speaking. Have a good one. Whoops, I just saw your message. I also didn't say my exit properly, but do I plan on applying? Yes, I do. I had to ask Twitch support a quick question about filling out one of the forms, but once I get that information, I will be filling it out as soon as I can, so I am very excited about that. So it is coming soon. See you next time, Ziegler. And let me say my exit again, because I messed it up last time. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. This has been your captain speaking. Have a good one, everyone.